Hello and welcome back to Who Espresso. Today I am going to be sort of doing an unboxing slash haul thing. I thought I'd bundle these together mainly because I've already done my Faceless Ones actual review of the actual story. So I thought it'd be nice to do an unboxing of the new Steelbook that I eventually got. It arrived recently. My mum's been kind enough to let me have them even because of the coronavirus epidemic, and she just wants stuff to watch really. I was supposed to put them away, but it's fine, I guess. These are trying times, but I thought I'd provide a double whammy by reviewing both the Faceless Ones and the new recently released collection Season 12. I also thought it would be better than just reviewing them separately, mainly because Season 12 has mainly already been released. I don't own the original copy, but I'd like to point out maybe some of the slight differences on this copy compared to the original one that I know of, and basically just give my thoughts on the box set in general, and we're going to review the Steelbook as well. But I'm going to start with the Steelbook, so let's begin this unboxing. Starting off with the Steelbook, by the way, if you hear any wind, it's just because it's really windy out. We've had some nice days of weather and now it's starting to get horrible, but I thought I'd start off with the Steelbook here of the recently released Faceless Ones animation. You can check out my review, it's on my channel recently, so the review of the actual story, but I just thought I'd give my quick thoughts on the Steelbook itself. It does come in the same sort of traditional packaging that the collection box sets come in, with these sort of cardboard slip things. It is Doctor Who, the Faceless Ones. I'm not particularly keen on this logo, to be honest, but it's good enough, I suppose. It's a bit... I just don't think it really works, but I prefer the Fury of the Deep one. I think this one maybe could have been done better. It is a 3-disc set, and it is PG. If you turn to the spine, you've got the logo and Blu-ray disc sort of printed out. Sorry, my camera sort of tilted there. And then on the back, you have all the special features, the legal information and specs and cast and like credits and stuff there. You also have a synopsis of the story and the animation sort of thing, with some lovely artwork from the Steelbook of the TARDIS and the Chameleon Tours planet type thing there, and some lovely lighting there as well. Let's take it out of the card. Taking it out of the card, you're more greeted with a piece of advertisement for the new Doctor Who VR game, The Edge of Time, which I watched on YouTube. I watched some what's the word for it, but playthrough footage of this on YouTube, so you can find that if you want to, but obviously I think it looks very nice. I don't personally have a VR set, so I just wanted to experience it in some way. I think it's very nice. Also the new book At Childhood's End by Sophie Aldred, which is on my list of things that I'm reading. I'm currently in the middle of a His Dark Materials book, but this is next on my list to read, so maybe I'll let you know my thoughts on that, given that there isn't much else to do. But we also are given a lovely little booklet, which sort of reminds me of the collection booklets with the standard DVD art slash Blu-ray, I guess, because it's on Blu-ray now. I wasn't very keen on this art, I'm not going to lie. I hate on how the Blu-ray or the standard edition that Patrick Troughton's fate sort of covers up her mouth, which looks a bit odd, but it just seems a bit simplistic to me, and I vastly prefer the Steelbook art, but I think it's a nice inclusion nonetheless. On the back you just have ratings, which is a nice inclusion. I'm quite interested in the ratings, so it's nice to compare that at a slightly different time in television in terms of ratings compared to now as well as various cast lists and credits as well. When you open up the booklet, you're greeted with an introduction and production notes from the story, some pictures from the original production, as well as some animated character designs and some storyboards there, and some guide for special features. Turning to the Steelbook itself, out of its packaging, it's very nice, clean artwork, presented as a sort of poster for Chameleon Tours, a bit of advertising, which I think works much better than the standard issue release. It's not my favourite Steelbook artwork from the recent Steelbooks that I've started collecting at the very least, but I think it's a nonetheless nice, simplistic piece that's more cartoony than other releases, so I think it works well with the style of the animation. But you have Travel Your Way on this side, and then the other side it juxtaposes with Travel Our Way, which is interesting. You've got standard Earth there, Gatwick Airport, and the TARDIS on the runway like in the story, which is very nice, I think. On the spine you have Doctor Who, BBC, and the Faceless Ones. No logo here, which is obviously why we get the digibook, so it's nice to see that. So you have some nice clean continuity there. And then on the back you have the Travel Our Way with the chameleon thing on. That's the design for their home planet, apparently, according to the bonus documentary that I watched called Facing the Faceless Ones, which is a lovely addition to this set. We also have what looks like either the weird faceless monsters there, or maybe just the standard crew members, we don't know. So that's a black jet. They sort of shaded out these bits, whereas on this side they're sort of lighter. So I guess juxtaposing light and dark. Opening up the Steelbook, we are greeted with 3 discs with exactly the same disc art. This has become a common trend with the recent releases. I don't know why they keep doing this, because the original classic DVDs did have different disc art, so it's quite interesting. I don't know why, because they did this with the Series 11 box set, they've also done this with the Series 10 box set, and it's kind of a bit unoriginal. I would maybe prefer different disc art, but I suppose if you hire another artist, you're going to have to pay more money, so at least we're getting these is what I'm saying, I guess. But it's nice to have that, even if it is a bit creepy to have 2 Patrick Troughtons staring at you in one place. It's nice they include the black and white animated ones. That's the one I watched when I got the Steelbook on Sunday. And it's nice to have that included, because some of it, I like to watch it in the original format with the original episodes. So while I liked the colour edition, I think it's nice to have a colour edition of it. I do prefer the black and white one. It's just more atmospheric for me. I would still have Doctor Who in black and white if I could, to be honest. I'd trade all the production values for that sort of aesthetic that you used to get from classic Who, if I'm honest. But there's also disc 3 is the bonus content with the I think that's got the Telesnap reconstruction on, which I haven't watched. I tried to watch it with the Web of Fear, it just didn't work for me. But that's that, and then that will be the colour one. That's with the bonus content of the disc. The face and the faceless ones is on. I'm just going to take the disc out. I won't bore you by doing it in front of you, but let's just have a look at the disc art behind it. Taking the discs out, you are greeted with a lovely image of the captain there, alongside with one of the faceless ones behind it. It looks very nice. I love having these bit of artwork behind it. It sort of adds to the appeal of the Steelbook. Moving on to Doctor Who The Collection Season 12. This is the 2nd edition, recently re-released, I guess. I'm not going to talk too in-depth on this one, because there are loads of reviews on this already, but I thought I'd just give my general thoughts on the packaging. I do think, and I've always thought, that this has been the best box set. I think recent box sets, while I still love them and still think they look beautiful, but this one has a more simplistic, sort of original look to it and vibe that I think is missing from the new one, particularly on the disc art and the TARDIS window bit, which opens up to the little booklet inside. I think this has got that down to a T, and I still think it's probably the best one that they've done, maybe. But here you have Doctor Who The Collection Season 12. It is just a 6-disc set with a lovely artwork on the front by Lee Binding. One of the things that separates this from the original release is on the bottom. So if you are ordering this from, say, eBay, because I know it's already sold out and a lot of people won't have been able to get it from necessarily stores today, because I know a lot of people do go to HMV to pick these up on the day of release, and these are selling out really crazy. Season 14 sold out in its pre-order period as well, but if you want to know whether it is a 2nd edition or original edition and you're asking to buy it from a seller, I'd ask to see either spine, or the bottom of the digicard, because on the digicard here it says 2nd edition. I don't know if you can see it because I can't get my camera to focus, but it will say 2nd edition there, so like, if you want to know which one you're getting, I mean, if you're getting the 1st edition for a cheaper price, then... But then again, if they're charging extortionate prices for a 2nd edition, it's not particularly... But yeah, that's one way you can tell it apart. And then I'm just going to talk about the rest of the back before I go on to the other way you can tell it apart. Basically, you just got the special features, the stories, so you've got Robot, The Ark in Space, Tyrant Experiment, Genesis of the Daleks, Revenge of the Cybermen, and it's obviously build your own Doctor Who archive with the Ultimate Collector set, and it's lovely bit of packaging from the leaflet there as well, and got the legal stuff. Taking off the digicard, there is no promotional material on that bit, but obviously you've got the lovely TARDIS on the back. But here is the other way you can tell if this is a 2nd edition, because on the spine you have the monsters. Trying to get this in focus because I don't know what's going on. I might just turn on my lights actually, hang on. Yes, it's a bit better, I think. But yeah, another way you can tell is the monsters are included on the spine of this release, whereas the original edition does not have the monsters. So yeah, there. Oh, that's just standard collection Blu-ray stuff. Basically the clean artwork. I'm just going to open it up and have a look at the disc inside, because there have been some problems with the discs. A lot of people have been getting season 10 disc art, so thankfully we do have the correct disc art here, and this is what I meant by this is why I think it's the best one, is because I haven't overcomplicated this bit with lots of different artwork. While I like that, I think it looks very nice, I just think there's something more visually pleasing about this style here with the TARDIS and that vortex, just because it's sort of nice sort of rainbow shimmery effect across the set. I have got the right discs, and this is the lovely disc art from the original release, which I vastly prefer. I believe they have included the corrected discs, because on the original release, they did have some faults on, I think, the Sontaran experiment and maybe Revenge of the Cybermen. They're at least the ones I see on eBay for £10 separately, so I would assume that would be the case. And there you got the final disc. If I just hang on, let me remove that in a minute, and then just quickly before I do that, let's have a look at this, because I don't want to go into too much depth. We've got the lovely original console, and you've got the booklet there, as per usual. Lovely 3D rendering of the TARDIS. I'm very glad that this has arrived with no problems, because my season 26 box set had some problems. It had the issue with the thingy here, card being dented, and the disc tray was coming off. This one is firmly glued in, and I have got enough space to put my finger down there, which makes a change as well. So I'm just going to remove the last disc and we can have a look at what's on the other side. Removing the last disc, you are greeted with the picture of Tom Baker staring right at you, which is not in any way creepy. But I think this one is lovely, and it's a nice, I think the John Pertwee one is a bit small and doesn't quite work. This one is very nice, and the rainbow aesthetic sort of carries onto the side of the box as well, and there's sort of something unearthly about the presentation of this image, which I think is lovely as well, and really brings the set all together. Very nice. Well, that was satisfying. I never thought I'd be able to do that. It honestly feels unreal to have season 12 in my possession, and all the sets are lining up lovelily there. I really like this, and I just can't wait for season 14 to arrive there. My door's moving for some reason, but oh well. My door makes a racket. I apologise for that. And there's all the Steelbooks slowly lining up for there. I've got 5 of them so far. I've got series 4 to 5, including the specials and the Macroterra Steelbook, and the FACELESS ones there, and that's all behind my action figures. I haven't removed all of them. I've only removed, because otherwise I have to completely, like, you know, move everything on my shelf. Just moved everything so I can get season 12 in. I managed to get that in without having to move anything. For that, I'm grateful. That's very unusual. It's a very unusual occurrence, but all the sets are starting to line up absolutely wonderfully. I love the way the artwork lines up for all of the releases, with all of lovely debindings artwork, and hopefully they keep using the same logo, otherwise it's going to look like a nightmare eventually, and all the lovely uniformity, yes, that's the word, will be lost, which would not be good. So hopefully they can complete this before they change the logo again. But I'm not sure I entirely trust the BBC marketing department to do that, but we'll hope. So overall, I am absolutely enthralled to add these 2 new classic Who releases to my collection. I adore the collection Blu-ray set, so it's lovely to finally have a complete set of these Blu-rays, well, that they've released so far, and with season 14 coming on the way, I'm sure it'll probably get delayed again because of the coronavirus. I think they'll probably halt production, but we can hope and we can live and dream. But I'm very glad that I pre-ordered these, because there isn't much else to do apart from schoolwork and stuff, so it's nice to have something like Classic Who or Disney Plus to kick back to. So I'm very pleased to have these releases. I think they look absolutely lovely on the shelf. They all line up lovely, and it's absolutely fantastic. I do love them so much. So yes, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and you can enjoy the rest of your evening or /day. If you like this video, leave a like or a comment down below, and subscribe to get updates on my upcoming content and reviews. Who knows, I'm thinking about doing another series of reviews for classic series like I did last year with season 18. I might do season 12 or season 10. I'm sort of debating that, but we'll see you then, and thanks for watching, and goodbye.